This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Ooh. Yes, welcome back everybody to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with your host.
Yo, that's a big tune. I couldn't stop rocking.
Yo.
What?
Sorry for the
Yes,
interruption.
what an introduction. But anyway, you gotta admit, it's a big tune.
But we can't play it again?
I think that's possible. Then that's like you gotta start over, so that ain't necessary.
All right. Sorry.
Once is good. But anyway, welcome back to the Link Up, everybody. With your host, Mr. King. We got Kana over here.
All good, everybody.
And we got a special guest in the building today, none other than... How should we introduce you? I mean, which name you choose? Because you another person that has many names and things. I know which one. Which one you choose to go by? The official government name or the alias?
Give them both.
Why? Okay, so we're going by Riegmar, Riegmar Valies.
Please. You know what? Let's just stick to Ricky.
The man did ask you though.
You're right.
You should know better than to expect me to actually call your name properly, man. I mean...
Sorry, Michelle, but anyhow.
Okay, then. Should I?
All right.
I ain't showing nobody middle names.
Sorry.
Stick the man trying to go personal.
Look how deep gonna start already. We need 10 minutes in. All right.
Can't even get past the introduction. But anyway, okay. That's our guest.
So Ricky, tell us what it is you're doing. Give us a little background. Who he is.
All right, everybody. Well, my name is Riegmar Valies. Not Riegmar, so you can just call me Ricky. Yeah, it's cool. Look there. Yeah, it's cool. But anyhow, so right now I'm currently studying in Nijmegen. In Arnhem, actually. I live in Nijmegen. I'm studying marketing and communication. Right now I'm in my second year, the main phase. Let me see. I've been studying communication before in Amsterdam, but that was about 3 years ago.
Party too much.
Yeah, party too much distractions, not focused enough on the school.
Right for you.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah. So that didn't work out too well. So after that, after 3 years, pretty much wasted. I would like to use the word wasted, but wasted.
That's something that we was kind of talking about last year. It turned into a big tangent. I mean, not last year, last week. It turned into a big tangent regarding whether it's wasted or not. Because discussing my personal journey with school and all of that. Because my situation isn't too different, but it wasn't really wasted, or for me it was just more it had to go the way it had to go. I couldn't see it necessarily going any other way because I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I had to figure out that. So it's it's not really wasted because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure. I wasn't thinking about my future. I didn't plan it out and stuff like that before coming to here. So I feel like my story couldn't have gone another way, and then that turned into a big debate considering I kind of brought in alternate universes and all kind of stuff, talking about what could really be possible and stuff like that.
I kind of drag out that.
Yes, it was his fault. It's my constant questioning. No need to revisit it, but
Okay, but I mean, when I say wasted, the whole situation itself, it has a high potential to be wasted. Coincidentally and luckily for me, the situation was a learning experience because I went...
You can't say it wasted.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me rephrase. It's just a little minor setback with school. So,
but from previous conversation, I mean, I remember you telling me you felt like you kind of needed to go through it because, or at least it helped you mature and see different things in a different way.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
Refocus a little bit and stuff like that before you.
But that's what I said. For the situation itself, it could be wasted, but luckily for me, it turned out to be a good thing. Make a lot of growth. When I went back to St. Maarten for 2 years, I work, and I really see a different perspective of life. Become a bigger man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like an old man, and I revisiting these memories, and I feel like
you realize how stupid you was.
Yeah, well, I don't call myself stupid, but
I mean, you're looking back, you gotta acknowledge it.
Yeah.
If you was doing nonsense, you gotta be able to acknowledge it.
I mean, for those who don't know, Ricky, Gary, and I, we grew up in the same neighborhood, so I could say that some of the stuff we did, we were stupid.
Bad.
We were
No, serious, bad.
Like a lot of crap we did was that had made no kind of sense
Trust
in
me.
hindsight.
I mean, you've seen the young people now doing stupidness, and it's like, dude, you're doing stupidness, right? But we were on another level.
I don't think you can compare.
Apples and oranges, different
Yeah.
generations.
Oh,
I
is
mean,
that-
they'll
is
always
that
take it.
sense,
There's
but-
always
you could
take it to
imagine
different
if we
levels.
had like social media back then when we was in high school.
Nah, that
Well, I mean,
wasn't
okay, we had
necessary.
we had
It came
MSN
into
and
some
high
degree.
five
We
and
had-
stuff like that. But
yeah.
you can imagine if it was that serious like how it is now.
because the video thing wasn't alive like today, you know.
Yeah. Camera phone, the quality, everything wasn't as sharp as they are now.
At least we know we safe for the next forever. Like we ain't got no old recordings of ourselves doing a bunch of nonsense. And,
You
know.
see, unfortunately, I still got a Facebook picture from Antigua up on Facebook, so I can't necessarily say that.
Oh, true.
There's probably some embarrassing pictures.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. That's a pretty. I think that's the worst one I have on Facebook.
I remember a picture of Gary on Facebook, tied up in duct tape. But we're not gonna really go there. But anyhow,
I don't understand why it's necessary to mention such things.
Sorry, we on a social media thing.
See, but honestly, I was thinking on a different one. Like, this was one I'd want to do at parties. Back in the days, like, I ain't even feel like I should talk about it because knowing the people are in the room currently is like, I should just leave that memory stay buried and shit. Like, why bring it up? But it would just be on the floor and like,
yeah.
You sure it was one of mine though?
Yeah, I know for sure that was one of your parties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally
Well, I mean, let's not have the people thinking that we just bringing up random people just to come and talk for nonsense. We actually bring on Ricky because he doing big things in this whole sporting field. And again, the reason for the Link Up podcast is to give exposure to the young professionals and them kind of ones.
Shine a light on the talent and thing that comes from within, from the community.
Hey, the man going in there. So Ricky, explain what happened. When it was summer?
In the summer, yeah.
In the summer, there was a tournament in the sport that you are proficient in that you choose to practice.
The man say proficient. All right.
Yeah, I mean, from a person, I've been an eyewitness to seeing him play and stuff. I've been on the court with this young man for quite a few years and stuff in my career, but now I'm retired and stuff. Leave that life behind and stuff for these guys that
I've dabbled in the
clearly
sport.
like more qualified and stuff like that. Leave it to the professionals like this guy. But anyway, this is our resident volleyball professional, I guess you can call him.
Professional. Okay.
If you put in your 10,000 hours into the sport, I feel like you can safely say that you were expert at this thing now. Because I was playing for some like 7 years, and you just continued in the time that I stopped. So I feel like you safely at least 10 years now that you've been playing. Like
I'm right now. I'm on a great level, but still want to get better, So
But there's always more
still
room for
young.
improvement.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes the body don't make me feel so, but still.
you gotta stop drinking. But
What?
but come now, explain what happened in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer, in August 11th to the 14th, the national team from St. Maarten, volleyball national team, we went to St. Lucia to participate in the World Championship qualifiers part 2. Because round 2. Last year we did round 1, and
how did round 1 go?
Yeah, it went great. We came in first place. We went there, dominated the whole pool.
Who's is this like a Caribbean something, or when you
Yeah,
say
well,
world?
because the way to do it is ECVA, which is the Eastern Volleyball Caribbean Association.
Eastern Caribbean Volleyball
Eastern
Association.
Caribbean Volleyball Association.
ECVA,
My bad. ECVA, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so those focusing on, as I said, the Eastern Islands. And then they have another pool. You have with Curacao and those, and you have with Martinique and Suriname, and you have with Dominican Republic. And then every 2 rounds they filter out, and the two different zones. The winners from the 2 different zones eventually come into one pool, and then they filter out again and go to a bigger zone, other pools, and you keep filtering out, and then you eventually reach to the bigger countries, like America and.
Oh, okay. So there's really gonna be a world something.
Yeah. Because in 2018 is the world championship. So.
Okay, so are you past the second stage then in the summer?
No, the second stage we came in second
You
place.
were saying that you win last year.
We went,
first
yeah,
last
we,
year.
yeah,
Okay,
we
so
went
what happened
round
this
1
year?
and qualified to round 2. And this year we were in St. Lucia. Yeah, we made it to the finals, but we fell short, man.
Yeah, are you lose by a lot?
A lot. No, not really, no. But basically,
Are you lose by like what, a set?
No. That finals game we lose 3-0 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is in volleyball terms, that's technically losing by a lot. In the
But
sense
yeah,
that's like a sweep.
I mean, yeah,
But the points,
to some
like,
degree,
the
but the
points
sets
in the
sets
set-
could have been close. I mean,
the sets were close. I mean, the first set I was I think about 21, 25.
So it was like a battle and so on.
It was a battle in the start for the finals. In the start, it was a battle, and then eventually the team just dipped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave up. The whole team on a whole gave up.
But how come, like, lack of morale? The people was cussing each other. Like, what happened?
Well, for me, my personal opinion on this situation is our team had a lot of young players, so it was a lack of experience.
But experience as in what? To handle like the
Like
pressure
game-
on
game-
that?
Playing in the finals, playing on
foreign
international, international
okay.
level in another country. A lot of them is the first time to do it.
So like and that, like, was there a lot of crowd influence in the game that swayed momentum and stuff? Like, did you have fans and stuff playing in that arena?
Well, St. Lucia crowd, they love St. Martin, but they love St. Lucia. They, like, seriously,
You
like,
can't-
I mean,
You
when
can't really expect no difference.
when we play against the other teams, St. Lucia crowd was all for Dutch Martin, yeah, shouting our name always. But against St. Lucia now, they all for St. Lucia.
Yeah,
I mean,
they-
now and then when we make a point, they're like, yeah, St. Martin, woo. But yeah,
Generally, the arena, they
yeah,
root for the home
everyone is for St. Lucia,
It's to be
seriously,
expected.
and I mean, these guys in Lucia, they year round, they play different countries, different tournaments. Some of the players played professional, still play professional in like Greece and
Wow.
Europe and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
So when we gonna be hearing about you up in them kind of situations?
Well, that's a good question again. At first, I mean, that used to be something I really wanted to do, but then I kind of not making it a priority as before, because to juggle volleyball professional and then do school as well, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So for me,
And then if you still decide to choose to have a social life mixed in
Yeah.
with that as well, that's like another thing in the mix.
And we all know you're a part. Well, we know you're a party animal. So you gonna give up that life just like that.
so for me, like also in Holland, I had opportunity to play top level, but the amount of times you train, like you train every day. Some teams train every day, twice a day.
Wow.
And for me, it's impossible. I mean, schools have this they have this
Top sport or special, they would give you special exemptions and
Yeah.
stuff like that if you're a top sport or if you're training on a certain level and stuff like
Yeah, but
that.
for when you do something like that, that's also a setback with your schooling. So like they just give you time off, but you still have to make back up for the time eventually. So you have like a delay. And my goal right now is not to have any more delays with school. So.
But I definitely
Understandable.
feel you on that.
Understandable.
Yeah, so eventually maybe I do want to, when I finish school, to get experience on a professional level, but that's gonna be after my studies, like 2 years from now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I can understand that. I mean, school is more important to a certain point.
That's a certain point, yeah.
I mean, if you was making money already, you have me out to say, hey, you got
It's
a
true.
delay and you're still making money
It's
doing what you
true.
love. I mean,
Because that's the purpose of school, to make money.
But
is that?
to bring it back to the ECVA thing,
Mhm.
like, would you say that the loss was, or like, do you feel like y'all were outclassed? That was it a winnable match in the sense that was all the players just that much more talented, or was it just like the momentum thing? If you look at the individual matchup and stuff, take everybody on your team versus everybody on their team, do you feel that they were really legitimately like the better players?
But let me see. Okay, let me see how to put this. Our team have great players. All of the players that are on our team are great players, and the players on St. Lucia team, they have great players as well, but they are not like a consistent. Everyone on the team isn't that great.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to take credit from anybody, but comparing to our
I
team,
mean, it's just your personal opinion.
Yeah.
But
But-
ain't nothing to take too hard like that.
like if I looking at our team and their team, right, like in front of my face, we have a better team. They have maybe better individuals here and there, but our team on a whole is better. We're more balanced.
True.
I mean, some of the players young as well, but they still have skills. It's just a matter of molding those skills, getting the experience. Because honestly, Gary, if it wasn't for that major factor, the lack of experience, the tournament was ours. I have no doubt. But I was happy for the experience though, and happy that the guys got to get the experience as well. So
when's the next tournament then?
Yeah, that's a good question as well, because of this hurricane situation, a lot of islands, have a little setback with sports in general. So
that ain't really on nobody to do this right about now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think entertainment is necessarily like the first priority. But I saw that the auditorium on Saman was rebuilt, and like at least the flooring thing, they refixed it pretty quickly, not too long after the hurricane.
Yeah, well, the auditorium the floor itself took some damage, but mostly flooding. Some of the tiles came up, but Shanice Powell, she put together a team of other volleyball players, and they went in the gym on a Saturday, and they cleaned the whole gym out, cleaned the floor, left the floor where it was wet, dried out, put it back down, clean up everything, so now it's usable again. But the stands, the bleachers and everything, they damaged.
Still take more time.
Yeah, so nobody allowed to go in the auditorium still.
True. On the topic of like just the kind of a general question, but like what would you say is like your opinion of the Maarten volleyball scene currently? Like, do you feel there's a lot of young talent and is like a promising outlook for the future, or like
could we make it anywhere?
Because I mean, you've been playing for a while. You've seen a lot of people come in, and I mean, the volleyball community on the island isn't all that big. So like most of the people who play volleyball, they know each other and stuff. So I feel like you know a decent amount of players. But would you just say like there's some decent promising young talent out there?
Definitely, like this when you see the school tournaments every year. The players, I mean, they're just raw talent, and you look at them, it's like, what? They could be good, All they need is a bit of training, and they're good. And that's the thing. If you have more people to invest in, training volleyball players, you could have so much players, so much to choose from. But you only have a limited amount of staff. You only got limited, coaches, trainers. So it's only so much you can do. But all in all, you have a lot of young people now join the board. So a lot of things moving off the ground, helping.
You mean when you say board, I assume you're referring to Simba?
Yeah, Simba, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Volleyball Association.
Volleyball Association of St. Martin.
Sorry.
People don't know what I was.
Sorry, since you are, Sorry about that, yeah.
Volleyball Association.
St. Martin Volleyball Association, yeah.
Okay.
So you got a lot of hands, more hands being put into this volleyball thing. So people, it really improved over the years. So I got to give a shout out to Raymond Jacobs, the president. He really been pushing the boys, pushing the females team as well. If it wasn't for him, I mean, we wouldn't make it this far. Also, Rhoda and Clevie, they're two really great trainers. They have, I mean, I passed through all of them, from Rhoda to Clevie to Raymond. I mean, phrasing, sorry. I mean,
he's a choice of words there.
He's had training. He's went through the training process with all three of the individuals, the aforementioned individuals. He passed through. Yes. Yes.
No. The man move on like air mama.
No, man. But they really helped the volleyball scene in St. Martin. Like,
each have their own unique coaching style and approach to volleyball.
That's right.
All of them. I mean, I know all the individuals as well. So they all. One thing for sure, you could definitely say about all of them, they definitely passionate about it.
They love volleyball.
You can't question any of their passion for the sport.
Definitely.
For sure. Like,
or even the dedication to the young people, because I used to practice
all the stuff
RU
that they put up with and stuff. I know like,
attitudes,
exactly.
From that, but the thing is, while I really appreciate, especially with Rhoda, and at the time, Miss Brandon was also there.
Yeah, it's true.
It wasn't just training; it was parties by the house, sleepovers,
they treat us like family.
It was really like this children family type something.
Yeah, definitely. They took a lot of time out,
Up to this day, they still call Miss Brandon my second mother.
Like they definitely put in a lot of hours that was unpaid and stuff like that. That was not needed. Just because like they cared or they loved doing what it is that they were doing. So,
and for them, like it's not only the sport, it's like education in general, the growth of young people. So that was also a good thing, So
But I almost miss home, but not that much.
I miss home, bro. Like every time I go back, I miss my home more and more.
But maybe because I haven't been
Serious.
back in like 2 years, so.
That's true, but
Same amount of time as me.
But
bro,
yeah.
I don't know. I just St. Martin is life, bro.
But I understand. Like, now is this year after that whole hurricane situation was the first time I really wanted to go back. Like since I was there last, because before it was like St. Martin ain't going nowhere.
Like
But
we was just talking off
I
air.
have to take it somewhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like the what was it called? The sign? That sign really end up in Totola?
what?
Like we used to oppose where they had it.
Bro.
Wait.
I
What?
don't remember if it was Totola, but some other island that people was. Wait, what is like just speak that?
Virgin Gata?
Like Virgin Gata.
Wait,
Apparently,
what sign?
there was a sign from
From a-
Kubukai Beach. I
yeah,
think it
from
was some
a bar.
bar at Kubukai.
They had a
And
menu.
it had the
and-
menu and thing, and the
Dude.
caption had to something like we were trying to figure out
Where's Cooper Car? No,
Like,
serious.
like where this beach is on the island, and because we don't know where this sign come from, and it's like a whole nother island, and that's basically to show how serious the winds was. Like it take that from sign from St. Martin and show it to a whole nother island, had people confused and
Wait,
then
which
trying to get
where it
free
was?
drinks and think the prices were cheap apparently. So they're like, but yo, these prices, they were saying these prices don't correlate with our local bars. Like where this place is, we need to get there.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Where this was? Wait, I don't.
Virgin Gata.
Where's that?
Virgin Gata is a U.S. Virgin. Is one of the U.S. Virgin Islands. I think it's like
right around-
because of St. Thomas, around St. Thomas.
That's sick though.
Yeah, but that's
That's
crazy.
crazy,
To
dude.
imagine the strength of those winds they get from one island just showed out. Like,
Yo, I thought from town to Ebenezer was far, but
yo, we traversing oceans now.
That thing catch a late flight, man.
But
Oh yeah.
but
it'd probably lose the baggage and things.
It's true.
If it went on the baggage didn't come around
Listen,
with it.
hold on. Since we listen,
The sign probably had more.
it was probably late.
listen. Since Liat, no, let me not.
Well, what happened to Liad? You sound like you got
Yeah, he's only got
a horror
personal
story.
vendetta.
Yo, go into St. Lucia, right? On Liat.
Oh,
Oh, you Lord. Listen, we got to Antigua first. We have a delay. Eventually, we eventually got to St. Lucia. Coming back now, they had about 5 players left St. Lucia before the rest because they had to work and stuff. So when they left, they was in Antigua. Then they reached in Antigua about 9:00 a.m. Oh yeah, about. So eventually, I got a message from Leo. Leo told me, yo, I still in Antigua now. That was 12:00. I was like, what? I say, what you mean still in Antigua? The man said, dude, the plane delayed. I say, what? Okay, I said, cool. I get a message 4:00 from Leo. Yo, I still in Antigua, no boss. I said, never, Leo. I said, never. Eventually, I get a message 7:00 in the night from Leo telling me he just reached St. Martin. I
Wow.
was like, what?
And that's supposed to be like a 2-hour flight?
Bro, they had to be in St. Martin since 11:00 in the morning. Dude, ridiculous. I was like,
I think
whoa.
that's why I don't go to other small islands nearby now. I can't do that.
But
Yeah,
you know what's so funny? The next day we're leaving now in the morning, first flight from St. Lucia. We like, wow, thank God we don't have to go through this trouble. We on St. Lucia airport. Okay, time, you see, Liat flight on time. Okay, cool. 5 minutes. Wait, no.
deception.
5 minutes left. 8:30 we're supposed to start boarding. 5 minutes left. Oh, delayed. He said never. Never. Here we go again. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, dude, that
No,
flight.
you
man.
see? I don't
Yeah,
want.
movie like NS.
But I only went Anguilla. Okay, we went Antigua. That was with plane. And then
Oh yeah.
even Sabre and Anguilla, I don't go by boat. Screw that.
Yeah.
Especially in Sabre, I ain't nah. That whole dropping before you got I know nah.
Oh yeah,
I
that
ain't
winning
about
thing.
I take the boat. It's okay.
But you know,
I never
recently-
flown one, yeah, you know.
But you know, recently they had a winner flight going Sabre and they couldn't land because of the crosswinds.
Yeah.
So they had 2 young pilots. So they eventually had to turn back, go back to St. Martin, pick up a more experienced pilot to go. Yeah.
No, but but
no, the
of course,
crosswinds,
number one, that ain't no joke. Number two, you don't be playing with people lives like that.
Yep.
If you can't do it, and if it's too dangerous, go the hell back
It's
home.
understandable.
I respect that it did it, you know?
It's a lot better than trying it, being like, you know what, using your pride again, letting your ego get away, like, I'm gonna do this, I'm good enough or whatever, then you kill somebody, like, no.
Why kill somebody, kill yourself.
yeah. But I mean, it's like the passengers' lives in your hands and things.
But you get to the hit first. Depending on how the plane crash, you go in first. Cause you either getting something into the windshield or you going through the windshield.
Yeah.
Speaking of plane crash, like,
oh God,
I know it's a weird segue. But
which
like,
one we going?
But recently though, I just saw like there was things posted on Facebook. It came across my timeline because it was the either 25th or 15th year anniversary or something like that, maybe 20th. I don't remember the exact number. But the Belma crash.
Oh yeah.
The plane, when the plane. The story, apparently, I was talking to this with a colleague yesterday at work, and he was telling me, like, a Dutch guy, he was telling me, like, how it went was just a plane. It was a cargo plane that was going somewhere, and then a goose flew into the engine, and they had to make a...
I was probably like Hans and Hoof.
It went straight...
No,
the building is right over, like, it's very close to
know.
where I am, like, right now. It was the... Yeah, it's not Hans and Hoof. It's, like, down the road.
I know.
But anyway,
I could have seen the building from when I was living in Hans and Hoof.
Yeah, and that the thing is just crazy because like they made a circle and they had control of the plane for a certain amount of time to like after the goose crashed into the engine and stuff, they were still flying.
Glide go somewhere.
And, like and they couldn't land because the airport was busy at the time because they were circling because they had to land of course in that thing. You can't keep flying. But then they made a circle and they had to make another circle and then it just crashed into the plane and thing. The building. What? And it's like it's a weird thing that's like why there of all places? Like basically they had control of the plane from what and the show is probably not proper control, complete control. Like if you had all engines working fine. I mean the goose flew in the engine and stuff, so I understand that. But they was able to circle and communicate with the tower and stuff.
That's what I was saying.
The plane was busy, so they wasn't able to land and then. So it just had me like, what is really going on in this story and like why. You know, just to say, like, why just the place with all black people?
I know that. I know that was coming.
Like, why?
It's all conspiracy.
It's not just me, like, they couldn't crash it nowhere else. Like, there's a very limited amount. I mean, if you look at
it was a plan, Gary.
It's not the majority. We're not the majority in this country. Like of all places, that's the one building they had to crash it into. I know it's kind of close by to the airport and stuff, but there's other stuff, man. I mean,
but you can imagine that. You just sit on your couch watching TV, all of a sudden play.
That's not something to joke about. That lots of people lost their lives. It's a serious tragedy, and we here joking about this.
That like 3D, you might be like, whoa.
Talk about VR.
Oh my God! Like this is why
not to be insensitive.
I need new friends, you know. The people I associate myself with. I need to rearrange.
No, Gary, we just saying experience.
You here sitting down and a wing flying to your door, boy. What's that?
Exactly why I stated my statement just now. I need new friends. I can't be associating myself with these kind of people.
That's tense, Jack. I'm sorry for all the lives that was lost, but that must be. Oh, like, imagine your neighbor. Imagine like. Use the one that survived right next to it. Your house just get missed.
Well,
you didn't take a shit at a plane. Just come in.
You understand? That weird in the dude.
I don't know what to say. I have no reaction. Like,
no, but serious, that weird.
I cannot comment.
What the hell?
Yo, I can't imagine that, Jack.
I don't want to imagine it.
Okay, see, that was a joke though.
It's a tragedy. As I said, lots of people lost their lives and stuff. The owners of that house, the inhabitants. No, that's the wrong word.
I mean, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong, Gary. Do not get it wrong. We're not laughing at the people.
Situation. We're laughing at the imaginary situation.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware.
We're forming our own scenario.
It's all comedy. It's all in good fun. Nobody trying to hurt no feelings. It's understandable.
Trump always hurt feelings.
Yo, speaking of that, you see how this man was there alley-ooping to people there in the crowd?
Dude.
Yo, the man was watching the NBA game. Man. You see the man follow through that?
Yeah.
You see the man wrist?
The man better than Curry, bro.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
I surprised somebody ain't put on a meme yet.
It coming,
Bro,
I'm telling you.
Of course, and a meme. I see in the news. Some lady apparently.
Look at the flick of the wrist on it though.
You said no.
Okay. Look at the flick of the wrist. They can put that.
You see the woman apparently that went to the Trump Towers and to deliver one of the fucking the towels back, the hand towels.
You're like,
serious, dude. They have a picture with her cranking and showing one of the things at the tower. I'm like, really? You think really? Come on.
Like, I guess, but that's just for attention.
It's a sign of rebellion.
Yeah.
And she feels better now.
Yeah,
now she feels she got that bit of aggression out of her. She feels better now. You know?
But okay.
We all need a release in life sometimes.
No, but let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really fine? Okay. How to phrase this properly though? Are you really fine it was that bad what he do? Now we talking okay.
What are you talking about specifically?
Okay, so yeah.
There's a lot of things with Trump, so you gotta get some
to give a
specific.
little context. Yeah, to the context to the situation. The man was in Puerto Rico. He went Puerto Rico sometime this week, and he was giving out so-called relief and had a conference and a whole bunch of stuff showing his face over there. And at one of the places he was there giving away paper towels or toilet paper.
Paper towels.
Towels. And he was, instead of passing him out like a normal person, he there shooting it in the crowd like it was a basketball.
Because he's having fun in a situation that's kind of like a crisis.
But I mean, personally, I don't see it as something bad. Like, to be honest, because the paper towels, it can't hurt anybody. In concerts, people throw a bottle of water everywhere. Nobody making it an issue. I mean, a bottle hitting your head, dude. Okay, that would hurt.
I think the whole issue, well, part of the issue is that the man's the president. He's the president of the United States. You're not supposed to be conducting yourself in that kind of manner. So you're basically
saying the accusation, people saying he's not presidential. More accusations of Trump not conducting himself in a presidential manner.
That's one argument. I'm not necessarily saying that's what I feel. That's my standpoint. But that's one argument.
Yeah, I hear the different arguments.
My thing is okay. How he do it, okay, cool. But at the same time, he can't. I was thinking of it as like, why he not. I guess he tried to make light of a bad situation. He just do it in a kind of mess up way.
To me,
I don't see it as a mess up way.
To me, it's just more of Trump. It's like, what do you people expect from Trump? The man is a game show, like the man is a reality show host type of person. Like that's his personality. Like that's how. The way he's been doing numerous things, I forget what it was that the man had revealed it like, as if it was a game show host, like The Bachelor, like you found out who it was that got the final rose type of situation. I forget what somebody was getting a job position. I think it was. He had released it in some way that was like
about if he don't vote for him, he don't get fired or
But just numerous things he doing, the way he does it, like the Trump presidency is just a different type of presidency than you've seen in the U.S. history, at least in recent U.S. history and things like that. No, for us people, you know, for like our age and thing. Yeah, you're right about that. You're probably right about that.
U.S. history period.
Trump is like an unprecedented president.
Like how there's never been a black president, there's never been a Trump.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think basically we agree on that. Yeah,
but I mean, another thing with that whole Puerto Rico scene is that it seemingly did not give enough air or one of the comments he had made was like, Puerto Rico, you kind of put our budget out of whack and thanks, this is all because of you. I was like, wow, how the man would just say that? And then the man was like,
this isn't a disaster.
This is a terrible something, but it's not as bad as a disaster as Katrina. I was like, big man, people lose their lives and still don't have water and electricity and don't have a house practically. And you going to compare one tragedy to a next?
But I think it was like 16 people died. You should be proud of yourself, Puerto Rico. Be proud of yourself.
Be proud of what? That
He said Katrina was
celebrate the fact that people died.
The less people died. You say because in Katrina it was thousands and thousands and thousands of people. You don't compare
tragedies, Jed. One life is more.
And the thing is, him even mentioning that is just reason to bring up, like, because a lot of people attribute the reason why Katrina was such a catastrophe is because government was doing a poor job in management of that situation, because there were certain predictions and things that the situation was bad and it could be real bad. But just government didn't take the necessary precautions and stuff like that.
And that's why he's saying why Puerto Rico should be proud that they're able to establish itself so firmly that they have
Yo,
only
this-
16 casualties. I mean,
who it is say? I get somebody. I think it was Trevor Noah from the Daily Show. This man was like, Trump need a translator. I was like, boy, he got a point there. Cause I mean, some of the things that he just do, it seems like it's supposed to be good, but just how the man to deliver it, bring it across is like, yo,
that's
really?
what
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
the thing,
the Speaker of the House, I believe,
Yo,
that's the job position
ain't
title
no
supposed to be.
fucking better.
That's what their job is supposed to be. But Trump is just he constantly on Twitter and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
boy.
which defeats the purpose of things.
Having
He's
a-
sending out his
yep.
direct messages, and then he
Contradicting,
oftentimes
yep.
contradicting
Yo,
what is that the official messages that being brought out by the Speaker that with the media and all of that during
Yo,
those
yo,
press
Trump
conferences.
tweets a lot, you know.
No
So it's
kind of
like you
coordination.
can't control.
And, you see now Twitter expand the
Yeah, but
characters?
I think they stopped it. Like they did, but then they stopped it again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really.
Well,
think-
according to me, because I had a
I don't
tweet,
use Twitter.
I just tweet
don't
every
really-
day.
I don't really.
because I was enjoying the the little 280 characters, but now it's back to 140. I was like, shit. But Trump like that, yo.
But, yo, it
You see how it is referred to Kim Jong? What is his name?
Rocket
Man.
Man.
Oh, dude.
yo, you gonna send a rocket up, yo.
Hey.
If the man could have reached Trump, I think they would have bought.
Little Rocket Man. Oh my god.
I don't.
But no, but seriously, you think people actually listen to the content of what Trump has to say? Like you think people
Yes.
just give him a chance?
How you wait? How
Like
you
not
mean?
like at this point, you think people actually listening or just
Yes,
because
dog.
it's Trump saying something, they're gonna just jump and criticize him?
Right?
But-
I feel like just in general in today's age, more people. I feel like we're in a headline generation in the sense that there's not that many people, or at least majority of people, get news in a like fed to them in a certain way versus actually going to the original content. So like for example, if he had a press conference or whatever, ain't what you were watching the actual live press conference in its entirety to hear what he's saying in context. They getting fed whatever story Trevor Noah or whatever comedy what is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver or Stephen Colbert or one of those type of shows, or somebody on YouTube like a Philip DeFranco who talks about the news and stuff like that. These people are already putting a story and they creating a narrative and choosing what parts of it was relevant or what was the most important parts. And I feel like most people get the news fed to them in some kind of way like that.
So they get him biased news then.
Yeah. We in the generation of fake news. I mean, it's more apparent and stuff like that than ever, I feel like.
So people don't actually like form their own opinion on Trump. They just running with the opinion from the people they
News
have faith
says,
in.
Like,
No, but I'm
I
just
feel like there's a lot of legitimate things to criticize Trump on. Like Philip DeFranco is somebody that I personally watch a lot of news from, and he does like state this opinion all the time. Like there's lots of legitimate things to hit Trump on, but there's also a lot of exaggerated, like people reaching and just looking and trying to make it seem as though Trump is a complete garbage person, like the worst type of thing you could ever conceive. Like, and I feel like a lot of people get wrapped up in that narrative that's being pushed by a lot of mainstream sources. There are certain places or certain more conservative or right wing media outlets where you may get
But he pushing
stuff
it
in
like-
favorism. As I said, I know there's a lot of legitimate things you could bring
He doing
against
it.
Trump, but there's certain things where it's like things aren't as, they may not be as bad as what he said. Like, but people see a certain clip and they just go in on that particular thing. They see, like, it happens all the time.
pick and choose.
The only thing
The
I
same
see
thing
that
we was talking about with the Dutch news situation, the way that they chopped up the dude's video that was like 20 minutes long and it took like a couple seconds or a minute and thing, and they just played that way he said the negative things about the Dutch, and like that same behavior, that same thing is practiced in so many different news outlets
the
in so many different forms that
the only
it
thing
shapes your perception.
from this man that I see that I really say they can't blame him for is the shooting that happened in Vegas.
Trump.
People was like, yeah, the blood is on I think Lady Gaga was like, yeah, the blood is on Trump's hands and shit like that. I'm like, how? Okay, he's a dick, yeah, but come on, man, sense out the comment. I mean, sense out the nonsense.
I feel like the only way you could
How you gonna blame this man for that?
like my rationale, the only thing I could think of how she see blaming him is like certain people, with extremist views and stuff feel emboldened by Trump and the type of campaign that he's run, the type of presidency that he's leading, the type of comments that he's been able to make and just get away with, and it seemed as if almost being rewarded for and stuff by being elected the highest office in the US. That type of thing. I mean, look, you could kind of compare it to like the North Carolina situation. There's many people that say a Trump president is what emboldened all these neo-Nazis and stuff like that to come and have these rallies and marching on the road in all the khaki pants and.
It's true. Right.
Like,
yeah,
if you're
but
using that kind of logic, I could see you possibly saying that Trump is responsible for this. But if this man doesn't necessarily have any ties to certain type of Trump's beliefs or whatever, a thing like that, then it is a bit of a stretch. And
but
like,
you see
them kind of situation is like what I would mean. Well, it's just kind of the modern, the cool narrative or the trendy narrative in the media to be hating on Trump, and that's just like, we know Trump's the bad guy, so let's just continue with that narrative, and let's not still try to remain objective and examine this particular instance and see what happened here. Look at the evidence, look at what actually happened, what was said. Because like I said, a lot of people ain't checking the actual footage or whatever it might be, if it was a press conference, for example.
And that's a problem, because like I follow Trump on Twitter. I follow CNN on Twitter. Every time you see a headline from CNN, it's something negative about Trump. Always. But then you go on Trump Twitter now, and he gonna show you evidence that what CNN talking is just smack. They're just looking for something to throw at Trump.
Trump himself has also been guilty of trying to throw facts out there that's been later proven to be
but when I mean
factually incorrect and stuff.
Yeah, but that's just him making his own personal statement. But if you provide in
or when he actually turned out stats, and he had there was a time, I forget what it was, regarding violence and how much black people committing with white people and stuff like that, and it turned out that all the facts were just like people were just trying to figure out where he find these facts from, and then like what study he used, and then like nobody could figure out where he got I think it was like from a meme or something that he shared or something like that.
Okay, let me be more specific. I had instances where CNN said that certain people was saying that Trump did this, or Trump told them this, and eventually these same people that CNN said did that came back and tweeted, oh yeah, they never said that. Oh yeah, Trump never did that. So it's like, really? How can you now, how you can really come and then be throwing all of these lies at people and then claiming Trump's such a bad person, and you got a whole world running with it now? It's like, it's all brainwashing. So
but he is a dick though.
His attitude don't fit with his role. Yes, I would agree with that. But for me, a lot of things Trump does do, I'm not saying everything again, but the man has done a lot of good.
From the travel bans and all the ridiculous shit, the war and all the nonsense. I feel like it's safe to say, like, look, Trump, the man is not a competent individual.
What good?
And
name me one good thing he does since
he's been in office. He's run the way.
One. I can name you a lot of fuck up things he do. Just one that.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like, ain't something I thinking on constantly to just be trying out like that.
I'll try this out for the sake of conversation, because I know this is something a discussion that we've had in the past, me and Ricky. But basically, Trump is the type of president that a lot of people on St. Maarten have expressed that they would love in a St. Maarten political official. In the sense that a lot of the things that he ran on was an America first ideology, where it's like, listen, we taking care of our people. Is like, forget all the foreign influence and stuff like that. We didn't care about y'all. That's not our priority. Like, our job as a government is to take care of the citizens of America, and Trump was running on that. Like, if America ain't getting a good deal out of whatever negotiation with whatever country,
then we don't want it.
Then we don't want it. Like, all of that type of talk. That's the exact type of politician I've heard many people on St. Maarten express that they would like to see, because of how they disagree with how they feel as if St. Maarten is being sold out to foreign influence and stuff like that, foreign investors or whatever, or there's too many foreigners coming into the island, and like there's a lot of xenophobic remarks and stuff said by a lot of people on St. Maarten, and things that's similar type of remarks that Trump has expressed. So I feel like that, I even forget why I went on this whole rant. What was the point I was
Trump
making?
is the kind of president that St. Maarten people would like.
Yeah, but what people fail to realize is that's how Hitler started off, just like that. Hitler started off the same way. Hitler's ideology was Germany first, everybody second. And look what happened there.
Just Germany first. Yeah,
he had a specific
special race. Aryan race. That was the
that was late. That come later on. Again, Hitler's rise to power was all about this whole Germany thing first. And from that is how everything starts. So yeah, cool. Yeah, it not me that bad. But look later down in like, yo, this man could get reelected now. You know what was 7 more years? This is year 1, not dog. This is year 1. You know what? 7 more years of this.
The man on his third travel ban.
You think it's impossible?
Yeah, but no. I said it is possible. Oh. It is possible this man could get reelected.
Of course.
This man the world in general right now is in like a hairline fracture of nuclear war, practically. Year 1, dog. Year 1. So now explain to me what's 7 more years going to be like. Because this ain't just America problem now. This affecting the world.
Yeah. I seen people saying that not did this, that, and the thing that, or at least I can't say people. I saw this one video with this one particular person express the opinion that he was thinking
Just
that,
one person.
Yeah, because I mean I can't try to say that this is actual research, and I saw this one video where this one guy was talking about the whole North Korea situation, and he had this whole theory that, you know, that like the whole North Korea situation looking like it's a Hollywood set basically,
Yeah,
and
of course. I mean,
like false flag type of situation.
dude, for me, if nothing didn't happen at this point, nothing will happen. I'm sorry.
As though,
You really think so?
I really believe so.
Cause he was the one point that he had made was like there was the North Korean missile that was over Japan and whatever. Like, where is the footage of the people from Japan who seen this footage? I didn't look that deeply in the situation to say whether or not there was any like civilian footage of this the actual missile.
I saw civilian footage, but not of the actual missile. They had legit. I have still friends over there.
There's a lot of people over there, but nobody.
Not only that, but it's like, they had like the government sent out a warning text, and they had bomb
but nobody is
sirens
like by a window. If you get a thing, you're told to stay inside. I mean, you know, okay, there's
something coming,
something popping. Let me look by
Everybody
the window to try to see like what's going on. That's what I mean. So like,
dude, last year I had a situation where for the celebration, something in North Korea, when Trump told them if they make any tests, you know that.
Speaking of North, I don't want me to cut you, but I mean, I think there's somebody was talking about on a previous podcast, but the documentary on North Korea. What was the name of it?
Because I was telling him about
it. Yeah,
it's on Netflix. The propaganda game.
Yeah, because I was talking about like it was an interesting thing, interesting look into North Korea and seeing like from journalists and doing a documentary on what it's like, and it was just an interesting look. I watched it.
It was really good though.
I want to check it.
It just made me more curious to actually want to go to North Korea to be like, yo, okay, so I feel like that it kind of alleviated more questions than answers almost to some degree. Like, can I just show you that there's a lot of weird things going on there, and it's like I want to know what is the reality and what is all fiction, and because
now you're not sure at all. You're more confused after watching it.
You just got joined right now.
Yeah.
To me, my thing is like it's a difficult situation regarding North Korea, because how am I to trust the media sources when like most media comes from America, and North Korea is an enemy of America? Am I really supposed to trust their media? Like, are they ever going to say anything positive about people?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't hear nothing from the North Koreans either, because they're gonna give you the same propaganda.
Yeah, but like, where is the truth?
Yeah,
that's basically like what all I want in life. Like, what I want to know the truth.
Yeah, because Russia said
on your side and on nobody's side. I just want to know what happening.
Dude, Russia said the same thing. I mean, all America would do is just point negative fingers at them.
With the Cuba situation, if you look at the way Cuba and Fidel Castro is talked about and stuff like that from American media, it was a similar situation to North Korea, because we couldn't get along. Our governments could not get along. So it's like you wouldn't have much positive to say. And I ain't trying to say he was a good person. I know he's a controversial figure and stuff. He had his good and his bad, like many other people. But when you look at information that comes from certain places, you'll just see that they're strictly focused on the bad and stuff like that. That shows what their agenda, what their motives and stuff like that are.
Or maybe the person just got a lot of fucked up things.
Is that
that could also be possible. But I ain't trying to blindly trust nobody. I just want to know what was the truth.
Russia remains the best country to me. The president, yes, dude.
Wait.
Like
How you mean best country?
Okay.
Oh God.
The president. What I mean.
Let the man explain.
Okay. The president of Russia is a strong man. Like nobody can just come and then do anything. He told a reporter. A reporter was accusing Russia of meddling and doing this and doing this. So then
the Kelly girl.
Then he said, you know what? You know what to do? Open a map, and just close your eye and then put your finger anywhere on the map. Anywhere your finger land on, that America been meddling in their affairs, and you really now want to come and tell Russia about they've been meddling in American thing, and you can't even deal with your own situation in your own country. I mean, come on, dude. You can't disrespect Russia while you're doing all kind of nastiness behind the scenes to do.
What was the quote that this man had where he personally going to send the terrorists to hell?
To
or
hell,
something?
ISIS. Yeah, that was the ISIS situation, dude.
Yo, Vladimir Putin is a gangster, you know. The type of
Dog, the man will be in snow on hard spot.
Dog,
okay, no shot.
Vladimir Putin is a
shotgun in hand. Look, from the time I see that picture, I was like, alright then.
I think that was regarding when the whole Syria thing was like really in the media all the time during
when
that
they had a
situation.
chemical bombing and thing.
Like,
yeah, there was
a statement like we going to get rid of ISIS, we gonna handle them, and like he personally going to send the terrorists to hell or something, like send them to God. I think
send them to
like who to speak. The man speaks like a movie villain, dog. Like nobody used the type of language that Vladimir Putin is used, right?
But
the man is,
I don't know, Russia. Yo, I want to see Russia and China go at it, but they're on the same side.
Why do you want to see this? Why do you want to see this? Like, this is not gonna be a happy, fun time. Like,
I mean, we're not gonna experience it. I mean, we fast. So.
Yeah, we far, but again,
but China has what 3 billion people. They got agents everywhere that could be participating in this war. Like,
wait. There's so many things wrong with that statement there. Number one, what you say? China got 3 million people?
3 billion.
Oh, okay. I had an M. My bad. Okay.
3 billion ninjas.
And number two.
No, you just making racist.
Yeah, that's Japan, dog. That's Japan.
Yeah, sorry.
China is something completely.
I watch anime, I should know. You're right.
Chinese is kung fu.
Yeah, true.
Them is a flying man, them.
Look, tell him, Gary. Tell him. Oh man,
that's a flying man. Them. The Japanese is a smoke bomb and them kind of ones.
Okay.
Start.
I think we need to have disclaimers on this show. Like, the views expressed by our guests are not the views. Like, they don't necessarily reflect the views of me personally. I cannot control the people that I have on this show.
You can't control.
What do you want me to like?
You can't control what you say, but you can control the people that you have on it.
Yeah, in that kind of way. But I mean.
And most of the people we've had on so far, we know the type of rhetoric they come in with.
To some degree. I feel, yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. Speaking of...
we like a little South Park.
But wait, no. They want us to start.
Oh, Lord.
Speaking of a controversial subject, right? Ricky, what do you think of that whole Vegas thing?
Another mass shooting?
That is not funny. But... what? Stop that. Stop.
No. I just saying.
What you think on that? Because what? According to what I hear last, is 53 people dead and about 500 wounded.
Yeah, and those are the statistics I was seeing as well.
But I see something on Facebook there. I'll get your opinion on.
Yeah, let me.
Somebody was like, yeah, how it could be that it was like a whole bunch of people there, a whole big concert and thing, and nobody have footage of the shooter.
Oh, that's the same thing with the bombing in the UK, right?
They bring that up too, and then there was like how nobody ain't seen it, and then they was saying about how the gunshot was fake gunshots.
But I believe I was on it. People saying similar things about the Orlando shooting in the nightclub and stuff like that. Because that was in a nightclub type of environment.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody, all these girls taking selfies. I mean, come on.
The amount of in this generation, the amount of people that it's such common behavior to just be on your phone the whole time. Somebody had to catch at least a second of when it started, maybe before people start running and then they realize what
maybe nobody
off.
posting it.
Like
just because somebody have maybe I
really. If you got footage from that type of thing,
you posted like that one time, bro.
And you not posting that?
Yeah, but maybe they don't want that attention.
And even if you don't post it, you send it to your friends. Be like, yo, look what happened. And your friends, your friends gonna post that.
I don't know. Somewhere. They were saying that it was fake gunshots and it was fake blood and all that kind of thing. I was like, but people died. I was just going to say that. I like to consider what could have been and what might be a conspiracy theory and all that, but you still have to acknowledge that, like, realize what affected these was families and stuff involved. Certain things regarding how it may have gone down may have been a little suspect and suspicious or fishy, whatever. But at the end of the day, when there's real lives lost, and I feel like you still gotta acknowledge
something happened.
Something happened. But you never. I just don't trust the media. I just feel.
I don't trust the stories fully, honestly.
I don't know, but then what is it not to trust? It was an old white guy. Okay, I guess there's a lot not to trust because then there's a lot of funny things.
I saw there was numerous rumors going around about how he was supposedly affiliated, or he recently converted to Islam and things. So like they was trying to push that narrative. Then they saw that they kind of stopped trying to push it and thing. There was also
I see something like that, but I didn't know what it was about.
There was also some fishy looking stuff around.
His father was on
the brother, like the interviews with the brother, just the way he's speaking about the situation. It seems kind of weird and thing like.
But his father was on the FBI most wanted list, apparently.
Not true, no?
It's like, apparently that's what I read, And
also just the fact that in all of these situations, the whoever's perpetrating it is always dead, so there's never really no possibility to get answers or really look into the situation. You can only postulate and speculate based on the certain evidence and stuff that you might find, and it might not be like if you look through somebody's likes on Facebook and stuff like that. There's so many whatever in social media or what he was browsing on the internet history and stuff like that. If you're trying to use those type of things to get the idea of this person, I'll try to figure out what the motives and if they have affiliations and things. I saw another thing that was kind of controversial regarding that situation is a lot of people just basically the labeling and the naming that's used or the way the media is covering the situation, what wording they use is like, yo, this dude killed 58 people and wound 500 and thing, and they still refuse. They call him a sympathetic grandfather or whatever, and all of these type of things. They refuse to use the label terrorist and thing.
Wow.
And a lot of people arguing they debating over like what is the actual definition of terrorism and how it plays like is about using violence and thing to a political aim. So like that kind of has to be attached. But then my thinking is,
Americans call their own people terrorists, bro.
Aside from that, there's been so many tragedies and things like how quickly these things happen, and then when the person committing the crime skin color happens to be a little different and stuff like that, or
is a black
their
person,
ethnicity is different. It's like how
American.
quickly it's considered terrorism and stuff. And this dude wounded like close to 600 people, like killed 50 something. Like how much more of a violent terroristic act does there need to be carried out for the media to actually label it a terrorist act? I know by the certain definition, yes, it may not be because they're trying to establish if he has any political affiliations or anything like that as to why did he do this. Was it to advance any agenda?
Again, everything is a conspiracy, Gary. Like the way I see it is, although the different like CNN and all of these different news outlets fighting each other, they're still all working for the same person, I believe, because if you could label everyone else a terrorist but your own people, means you can push your travel ban, dude. You could limit the kind of people that come into your country. But if you're now labeling your own people while you're labeling other people, how can you push it? It cannot happen, dude. It cannot.
But that's why I believe this one will get swept under the rug. Like just something else gonna happen. Trump will do something, and then they just forget about it. Whoop.
Everything. I mean, at the end of the day, dude.
But there's also
500 wounded.
500, dude.
Yeah, but with this situation, there's also always the debate of gun control, which comes up
that too.
With every mass shooting, with the Orlando incident, with Sandy Hook, with whatever incident that happened in the US. There's always the gun control debate.
Anywhere because Americans full of fuck. Because they're on one hand, they're like, oh yeah, the right to bear arms.
There's the NRA. People like that. The people who believe in the right to bear arms.
Once that's in the Constitution and that is covered by the law, the rules will never change.
And I saw that some news outlet was reporting about the correlation of how gun sales is always spike after
mass shootings. Yeah,
of course.
Trying to protect themselves, it makes sense.
I mean, that what Trump was pushing. He said if everyone was armed, then they could protect themselves against these things.
To a certain extent, that's a little bit
Do
of
you
logic.
agree with that logic?
I see a little bit of sense in that. To a certain extent, I ain't gonna lie. To me, it's
more guns leads to more safety, because that's basically
that's what he's saying. Yeah,
that's basically the conduct.
For me, it gotta be extreme. You can't be in
the fact that everybody has gun mean that you're not likely to pull up a situation, because if you got armed civilians and then that's the logic that people is use is like if civilians.
But that's the thing, yo. It's just like on the friend side. On say St. Martin, you don't notice that it's hardly got any house burglaries on on the friend side unless they really going in strapped, because almost everybody on the friend side got a gun. So you think twice. So I feel that's why I say
there's numerous statistics and stuff like that show to the contrary. If you look at other places in the world, compared to the US and stuff like that. In Europe, for example, you always have people from the European saying like, yo, the situation in the States makes no sense because guns just illegal here. Citizens don't have the right to carry weapons and things like that. The police, for example, in the UK, they only carry clubs, they don't carry guns.
Yeah,
or some
but
nonsense like that. And looking
the
at
culture is
police
different in the
brutality.
Gary.
But
The
I
personality is all
that too,
different.
but that's what I was saying
But
too.
I mean, those is arguments that is be used from Europeans. They looking at the American situation.
Yeah, but they
they can't say
it's
different.
completely different people. It's
But that's
like,
what I say. I think for me personally, especially growing up with people, growing up with Americans and being there visiting a couple of times, they got it's two extremes. Right? It's either you get rid of guns, period, or you just have it like a background check. Everybody got one because it make that in the schools.
The current problem now don't make no sense. Look, I mean, the current situation now, it doesn't make no
Yeah,
sense.
but that
because
just
it's
means it has to be better screening, not necessarily get rid of guns.
I mean,
yeah.
what I mean with that is like you have a lot of discussion of like the fact that, for example, let's say Chicago might have strict gun laws, but then the state right next door doesn't have the same strict gun laws.
But that's the thing.
It needs to be uniform in the sense of the implementation.
yeah, that's
because
true.
there's all these
agree-
loopholes and
I
ways to like
completely agree
people.
with you.
There's
But
no
then-
background checks in this state
But
or
then
whatever.
at the
and thing
same
like
time,
that.
that kind of goes what Ricky was saying. At the same time, culture. Cause while America in general is one culture compared to the European, is they still got different subcultures.
Every state
whereas,
is a
for instance,
different,
in the
yeah.
South, having guns is something is normal, whereas it's a lot different in like New York or more up north. You check. So it's like because of that, you have to take that into consideration as well when we're implementing something like that. I agree with you, but what trying to make this point, I guess it would be a little bit more complicated or a little bit more thing. But my whole thing is, I thought for instance the school shootings, especially somewhere like university on campus. Now, if everybody had a tool,
That just to me sounds like a scary situation.
No,
A
no,
bunch
no,
of
no, no,
drunk,
because-
dumb idiots.
yeah, no,
yes,
my Gary.
but I
No,
take-
Gary,
okay,
it's the same
no,
thing.
but
Everybody allowed to have a driving license.
It's
When
a bunch
there's a
of
law,
drunk
I know a
idiots.
lot of
Exactly.
people made that argument about like the amount of deaths that happen by cars and things.
But now-
no, but I
There
mean,
was
if,
some-
even if you have a driver license, you're not allowed to drive when you're drunk. You
Not
will
only
be
that,
penalized.
obviously, your gun is a weapon. There's no other reason than to kill something. So obviously, it would have to be easy. When I talk in this situation, I'm talking that there's proper screening and background check. If everybody went through that process, and everybody who wanted one had one on campus with them school shootings going on, this man would get put on a long time.
Yeah. You
And
may
a
be-
lot of more people would have.
he would hesitate.
A lot.
hesitate.
Not only that, he would. It not only would have been by let me not do this because I ain't gonna have the effect that I want to because somebody else gonna clip me. Or on top of that is from time this man even start he would get shoot.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like for
It
me.
can, it can go both ways, really.
I understand the other side too. Yeah, you're gonna have stupid people that going obviously fake and pass the screening and they gonna have a gun and they just do stupidness. But let's look at it realistically. The United States is not going to ban guns. That's not going to happen. So obviously there's people going to get their hands on shit. So you telling me if more properly trained people don't have a gun, that wouldn't at least be able to stop or at least minimize
But
the
the thing
damage?
is, it could go both ways because if you're in a club and somebody shoot, and then everyone start to react on the shooting
start
now, and start shooting each other, it's like,
Okay.
yo, so what happening now?
But that's the same thing with a pile up. You're on the highway, one car crash, it's just shit that you can't avoid, dog. It just comes with it.
Because the three of us there, it got three other guys over there. Here the same gunshot. Now everybody's pulling on the gun now, and they start to pull the gun, and they're like, "Yo, where he pulling his gun going?" And we gonna get upset. We gonna get worried. We be like, "Yo, shoot him!
dudes.
Yeah, shoot him! Yeah."
Okay. Yeah, I can't. I really got nothing against that.
I mean, that's why I say it could go either left or it could go
but
right.
I say to me,
Yeah.
it's
To
just
me-
like a highway pile up. Then you crash, all of us in the back fuck too.
Yeah.
my thing is this: like minimize the risk. Basically, if you don't wanna get into it, if you don't want to be caught drunk driving, don't drink before going into a car in a similar situation. I feel if you're alcoholic and you know alcohol is your weakness, don't have alcohol in the house and stuff like that. So you know you gonna go drink and things.
But again-
To me, it's like the gun. It was created for one purpose. Like, I know people just use the car situation. Like, I mean, there was people murdered with cars and then people get run over and think there was a dude who drive through the crowd and stuff like that. There was no car regulations implemented and stuff like that to adjust for this situation. Now there's a mass shooting. You want to implement gun control and thing. I get that logic. But a car was created for transportation purposes. That was a misuse of that object. When you use a gun, you only using this gun for one purpose: to kill somebody, to stop somebody. Hunting might be another excuse.
Yeah, but you could also say you could use it as self-defense.
I
It
understand.
don't necessarily have to be a purpose. I could have my gun and answer.
But
have to go
the
and
point
try
is, it was created to harm somebody, to
Yeah,
inflict pain, to
course.
wound, to potentially kill. That's what the gun was created for.
I could agree
And
with that.
to me, it just hard to get behind the logic that more of these just. I ain't saying, are you trying to say, make them easily accessible and just give guns away to everybody
no,
like
no,
that?
no.
But I just find it hard to believe that that the same way how people get around drinking restrictions and stuff like that. An older partner or an older homie of mine, he go and get the gun. He may be saying or whatever, and then the gun is in the house now with somebody who maybe didn't go through the background check and all of these things and got access to it. I know you're supposed to go through learning how to store a gun and all of these things. You should at least have that knowledge of how to handle a gun if you have one, but that's not gonna happen. So for me, it's just hard to believe that more of these things in these situations
It's
is
about
going to lead to less.
It's about
incidents.
controlling the situation, Gary. Because even if you make it illegal, it will be on the road, bro.
And there's, like I said
Like
before,
murder is already illegal. People still kill and shit like that.
Because,
People are going to
get
commit a crime.
People
they're
going to get the guns. They will get the guns.
I get
Exactly.
that logic, but
So if
I
you can
still
control-
don't think making it easier and making it
but we're not.
You're
we're not
making
saying
it
about
making it easier for people to defend themselves
That's-
if the situation does arise. I mean, you have to if I don't have no gun, Gary, what
instead
you
of
gonna do?
instead of being able to just go and buy a gun,
you
it
might
should
not
be
have needed to defend yourself to that degree if the other person wasn't able to get a gun.
But
that
they go,
easy.
Yeah, but
if
they
they,
gonna
get-
get-
but
but-
if
yeah,
they-
but
no,
gonna
if
get
they're
it
doing that,
anyway.
if they're
gonna
doing
get it
crimes,
anyway.
if they're committing crimes, they will get the gun, Gary. Even if you tell me it's illegal, guns in St. Martin legal or illegal?
I understand.
You
the
know how
logic
much
you're using.
guns St. Martin have? You know
Samantha got on the street. Samantha got
Dude.
bigger guns than the police force. I mean, that's a lot of places.
Dude.
But on a small island like that, that's a little bit ridiculous. They got tools on there that them St. Martin police never see.
Dude, they got ridiculous guns, dude.
But my whole thing is that it's like drugs, Judd. Okay, maybe it might be a bad example, but
My
it's
thing
going
is,
to
to
happen
me,
anyway. So if
I
you,
feel like there needs to be restrictions on it, so that part I could agree on.
Yeah.
Because like if they're going to have them, I feel like they need to at least close the loopholes, because the current situation where it's like it just got this here trying to implement some stuff, then the other state ain't doing it. That don't make no sense.
I
that's
completely
true.
agree with you on that.
That
You know,
defeats the
tell me I
purpose
can have
completely
tell
of
me
the
I can have a
restriction.
gun at home. You know, things like that. You know, make it a little more accessible and
Fucking
make me
crazy.
feel
I
a little
could-
more safe, bro.
In New York is illegal, but I could drive down to Maine, drive up to Maine and buy a gun. And just drive back down. It ain't like they say there's no security check or nothing like that between
Things
the,
like that
between the
is
states.
ridiculous. It makes no sense.
But that is just, let's just say that's the state's problem for now. And we over here in Europe,
Yeah,
where
but
things ain't
in
that serious.
Holland, to be specific, this safe place.
But I mean, Belgium
place-
has its rumors, but I mean,
Yeah, but I mean the whole place in general,
country, yeah.
it's so safe. Dude.
as a country, yeah. But I mean,
they haven't. People commit such less amount of crimes that they
They
gotta close
close
down
prisons.
jails and stuff
yeah,
like that. Like,
hey, big up to the Dutch people for at least that.
You know,
But guys, I think it's about time we start wrapping up a little bit for this episode. Again, Ricky, plug yourself, tell them where they can find you, how to reach you.
because we didn't even talk about this guy. You know, he aspiring writer and thing. The man be
We're gonna have him on again, man.
the man be blogging and whatnot, so people may be able to stay in tune with that if they feeling your writing and want to.
Yes,
Or just
sing-
enjoy your perspective on
plug
things
yourself
like
there,
that.
where they can find you.
that's true. You can find me on www.riegmar.blog. That's riegmar.blog. Simple as that.
No,
That's
You
my
know
that's
that, you know that come after the .blog?
no. The .com removed and .blog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dot
Just
blog. What the
dot
hell?
blog.
Dot blog.
Yeah,
what
it
the
just-
hell is
reach
dot
my
blog?
it does riegmar.blog.
Okay.
Since you feel a need to call my name like that. Yeah, man.
And what? Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, same thing, my name, Riegmar. Facebook, same thing, my name, Riegmar. Twitter, Ricky. SXM_Ricky.
Okay, then.
Simple. You can find me everywhere.
Well, with that, I feel like, we can call it the end, you know? I don't think we can do no long intro like the outro. Like the last one, that was a fail.
I still want to hear the intro song, though.
Yeah, well,
But you have to wait till
after
after. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God,
for
but
you,
I just wanted to bop on the music, like, yeah. I just want to drop some ad-libs on it, man. That's a little intro. That's a little
but I
piece.
can't have down the
Oh, you
outro
so-
and things like
oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
true,
put that in
true.
post, you know?
True,
You
true.
can't be talking and then have you
could-
coming in like,
you could do
or
that
I
and
could
then
press
use
a
that
button.
as,
like,
as promotion for the podcast
True,
itself.
true,
That's
true.
really
yeah, maybe. But yeah.
Again,
People.
a long outro. Again, people, thank you for listening. Y'all know it. Like, share, comment. Leave us know what you think about it. Leave us know if anything you want us to talk about or anybody you want us to have on the show specifically. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you again next. We'll see you.
Yeah, next
talk
week, I
to
guess.
you.
Next
we'll
week.
Talk, yeah, we'll talk to you.
I was just gonna ask if you've seen everybody.
Shut
but
up.
okay.
We're going to
Yeah.
talk to you again next week.
Yes,
Blessings.
yes. Latest people, don't know.
Bye.